Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You see, opinion polls should be turned into referenda, because you have certain decisions that are made behind closed doors by the leaders of the country that are not popular with what the population wants. In this case, we have Liz Truss, the current Prime Minister of Great Britain. I admire the Brits, and it's not only me admiring them, their culture, their their society. I think they just destroy it as we speak. But what can you do if they're incapable of pointing out and rooting out the ones who promote their destruction? What can you do? Maybe they will wake up one day and they will get rid of those guys. So in this case we have Lizzie, who I think as she was the foreign minister of Great Britain, was a piece of nothingness. That means I listened to her speak. I read some of her statements. She's not knowledgeable. She's just she's not good. She's mediocre at best, I would put it. And she's the prime minister, she's the prime minister and was the foreign minister of Great Britain. Now we have an opinion poll of from Great Britain regarding if they like her, if they don't like her, what do they think now about her. It seems like she didn't do what she was supposed to. And those guys are now conducting opinion polls and tell us that, hey, actually, we don't like her. What about before? Oh, we didn't ask you. We just made a decision, because that's the way we are, leaders. So this article comes from Sputnik. Oh my God, it's Russian propaganda. Okay, whatever. If it's true, I don't care where it comes from. I'm glad they put the other side of the perfection of the Western countries, you know what I mean. So this article comes from today, the 14th of October 2022, and this is the title: Poll: Majority of UK nationals call Truss's appointment as Prime Minister mistake. You could have asked me and I would have told you before you made a mistake, but hey, no, the leaders are, irresolute. A 66% majority of British people believe that the ruling Conservative Party made a mistake in electing Liz Truss as Prime Minister, and 50% support her ouster. YouGov poll conducted for the Times newspaper showed on Friday. A little bit too late, but probably she did something that was not supposed to. Now they do all this. Truss's appointment satisfies only 9% of those surveyed, and another 24% were undecided. Like, I know, is she an idiot? She's stupid. She's an idiot. She's stupid. I don't know. So, meanwhile, 62% of those who voted for the Conservative Party in the last general election consider the Tories made the wrong choice in selecting Truss as Prime Minister, and only 15% believe the opposite, according to the survey. The problem is, what was the alternative? Maharishi? No, I don't think that was the alternative of other interests. But that would have been as bad for you guys as this one. I think that guy is more intelligent than here. I mean, definitely is. It's not hard. The competition is not fierce. But I think that the guy would have had more here, but I think he was really, really in the pockets of a certain kind of interest, if you know what I mean. So let's see. All right. It says here that almost half of those sampled, 43%, said that former Chancellor of the Exchequer, what is that a word? Exchequer, I don't know what it is, Rishi Sunak, would do a better job, the alternative, do a better job as Prime Minister than Truss. I think, yeah, the survey added, who wouldn't? Only one really with 30 IQ points. The poll was conducted among 1,674 UK residents. The Times stressed that there was not a single political, age, regional, gender or demographic group that would call Truss's appointment the right decision. Well, that maybe makes her prove the contrary, show that she's actually fantastic. Yeah, that would be with a stronger person. Not like Biden, you know, if you don't want me, I want you. Not that kind of, because Biden is really, he should just himself. Last week, Truss promised to reduce public debt amid a flurry of criticism over the government's new plan to support the economy, which includes large-scale tax cuts. After the plan's announcement, the yield of 5-year UK government bonds rose to its highest level since 2008, at 4.6%, which meant a decrease in demand for debt securities. Consequently, sterling fell to an all-time low of $1,054 per pound. I think it's $1 and then 05. So that's it, Truss. You could have asked me, I would have told you. And I kept saying that in all my videos, that lazy Truss is a mediocrity. And she's just that kind of person who talks without knowing what she's talking about. She's free to do that, but we're also free to analyze what she talked. And for me, the end was when she met Lavrov in Moscow, if you remember that one. If you don't, I made some videos on that, and I will repeat it here because it's very important. She visited over there Lavrov. Now that's a guy, okay? A diplomat, not what she... Anyway, as a foreign minister of UK. And she came over there and she spoke with Lavrov. It was Truss, Lavrov, and the UK's ambassador to Russia, to Russian Federation. So Lavrov asked her, hey, what do you think these two provinces, what's your opinion on this? And he gave her two names of two provinces that belong to Russia. It's like I would say, what about Moscow and St. Petersburg? Should they be Russian? And because she didn't know what the fuck this guy was talking about, she immediately, like a reflex, said, no, United Kingdom will never agree those two territories, which in this case, let's say, was Moscow and St. Petersburg, to be part of Russia. And Lavrov was like, stupid. And the ambassador, the British ambassador, Lizzie, those were always Russian territory. Okay, never mind, let's go. No self-reflection, no self-awareness, no nothing. Kept moving. That showed me the way she processes information. Imagine that she's, and she says without, if I were her, I would say, okay, just a second, because I don't fucking know if those are their territories or not. Because I don't know. And I ask, hey, Tommy, tell me, what's going on here? What is this? I'm not familiar with that. I can't answer that question. But she has to be right. She has to know. So she has to say it. Maybe you encounter that in your relationships. Anyway, she has to be right there. And she made a fool of herself. Not made a fool, because she is a fool walking. You could see. Anyway, I don't want to go deeper than that, because I think, But, I will tell you this. Sometimes when you look at people, you're able to kind of like gauge certain kind of things. They're not, they don't have to do with physical appearance. But the physical appearance and the look in the eyes, if you look in some people's eyes, you might, assess a certain kind of level of the contacts over there being there or not being there. Like going like this, not like this, not touching each other. So I think lazy, whenever I saw her, I was like, she doesn't give me the confidence that she has the, she crosses the 86 IQ bar. That was me. And she confirmed with stellar grades. She's fantastic. Thank you. Now she's the Prime Minister. Man, but we have Kamala, we have Biden, we have, what's his name, Blinken, we have Kirby, and we have the other one, another weasel. I can't remember his name. And we got Austin, and we got Millie. So all these guys are, some of them even lower than Lizzie. So you're good, guys, you're good. I mean, you had, what's his name, Boris Johnson, who was a genius compared with this one. Oh my, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. I'm crying here.